Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast.
Hey, welcome, everybody. It is Friday night, and we're feeling pretty good here at the Scene Snobs. We appreciate you being here with us. And you know what? It's our new time. It's our new day. It's not. Well, we've been doing this for a couple months, but I feel like we're finally hitting our stride on Friday. We're Tuesdays for. Dude, I just realized the other day, I was just thinking about it. I've made Tuesday night podcasts since 2011.
God bless.
When we moved it, this is officially when the first time when. Not that we haven't done it on other nights, but the official night was always Tuesday. Now we're on Fridays. And I got to say, I'm thinking it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like it because, my Saturday is actually Friday work-wise. So, this is kind of nice because it kind of gets me in the weekend vibe because this always puts me in a good mood. And then we're talking about movies, and I'm thinking of all the movies I got to watch on the weekend, especially when you give me great suggestions. So it kind of helps out because I don't have to be I got to wait 4 days, remember the movies for 4 days, and then watch the movies. So it makes it a lot simpler for me.
We got to a point with that. It's funny you say that, mentioning movies. If anybody's interested, I do get that a lot. People ask me to kind of put movie recommendations toward for them and such. So if you ever want, follow me on NerdBox. I make lists and such, so go check that out there. But I appreciate you saying. But Paul is here, producer Paul. Everybody, give him a big round of applause. Welcome. And we got a fun night in store for you guys. We have a very special guest. We're actually switching to a bit of a different format. We're going to be bringing on some guests for the next few months, just testing it out, seeing how it goes. But they're going to be joining us for our format. We're not doing an interview format. They're going to come on. We're going to talk to them. They're going to promote their stuff. And then we're going to talk some movies and kind of just have that good time. So tonight, Dave Partenio, Partenio from NerdBox is here. Good guy, a lot of fun to hang out with and talk to, and I'm very much looking forward to him joining in tonight. He'll be on a little bit later, but we have some work to do before he gets here. It's a weekly sort of tradition here, and that is movie reviews. And tonight's first movie is Oh Hi! That's right, starring none other than, and I have to get my lists all ready to go, Logan Lerman, who I do know is in the movie. I like Logan Lerman a lot. David Cross is in the movie. Molly Gordon is in the movie, and it was directed by Sophie Brooks. I don't know how they would probably put this movie. Gen Z rom-com. I'm going to put it as a horror rom-com. This is a movie where a young lady and her boyfriend go and they get a farmhouse, weekend getaway, and they're there, and you get there, you figure this young couple's there, they're kind of having a good old time, and something's going to pop off in a farmhouse, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing pops off in a farmhouse other than they have kinky sex where he gets handcuffed to the bed frame, and then they break up before she lets him go. And she doesn't want to break up with him. So let's just say the weekend ends up with him in bed the whole time. And it's a pretty interesting comedy. It's definitely more emphasis on the comedy than horror or anything like that. But I say horror because I have to tell you, if this is what dating is, it's a horror show. If this is Gen Z dating, I don't know how I feel about that, and it scares me a little bit. I did, as a movie, though, really enjoy this. It's not a great movie. It's an average movie. I like Molly Gordon a lot. I like her on The Bear, and she's been in a bunch of other movies, and she's very good. She's very funny. I think she plays the roles that she has been cast in really well. Logan Lerman, I always like. He plays a very good character in this, as well as the boyfriend who isn't sure he really wants to settle down, and then he's pretty much settled for the entire time. And then, of course, her friends make the fold, and there's other characters that are in it that are very zany and absurd as well. This is a movie that's very contained to its one location. I thought it was interesting. This is really about the characterization and the plot overall, and the actors really do a good job playing off of each other throughout the whole thing. I like this one. I might check this out again just to see how I feel about it. And that's special to me. When a movie makes me want to see it again to kind of see what else I can pull from it, I got to give that to it. That's why I made sure to review it this week. I think people should check out Oh Hi! And see what they think. I gave it a 2.5, which may not seem high, but this is I would put this on more of the average level of movies where It's good. Go check it out. If it's streaming, let us know what you think. It's not something that overly impressed me, but it might change if I watch it again and see something different. But that's my review of Oh Hi. Like I said, I appreciated it. I liked it, and I think you should check it out when you get a chance. Go support indie films, right? So the next one is, of course, Together. And Together is exactly how Paul and I are going to do this review. Did you? I just thought of that, but I was like, you know what? It works.
I like it.
So Together stars Allison Brie, and it stars Dave Franco, real life husband and wife. And it was directed by Michael, I believe it's Michael Shanks. I wanted to make sure I got his name right. I'm trying to get everybody's name right while we're doing these reviews and kind of riffing off of each other. I do all that research on my written reviews. You can go and read those if you want to get more in depth with it there, but over on Substack, the Letterbox. But this is a body horror film that sees this couple that just newly moved out to like this countryside where she took a teaching job and he's a musician that's kind of going on hard times, and like they're having hard times in their relationship. They're not married yet. She wants to be. She even proposes at one point, one of the most cringeworthy and awkward ways. And I think that was worth it. I know it was so cringeworthy, but it was cute for her to do it. But his reaction was just like, oh no. Then from there, like that gives you the build up right in the beginning, and then it kicks off. This is a horror film. There's a lot of good plot points. There's a interesting idea of a story here, a premise of a story that I don't think gets fully flushed out. A lot of the plot points are plot holes at times. There's a cult aspect to this and other things that we'll get into as we talk about it. But yeah, overall, what I see is like this couple finds, I guess, this supernatural cave. Again, when I say I guess, that means they didn't tell me. So if they don't tell me, I have to guess, and I don't like that about it. Here's what I will say about this movie that I did appreciate. I thought the special effects in the movie were really good. I thought they did a really good job together, no pun intended, but they really did a good job playing off of each other. And in this movie where every time they touch each other, their skin starts to morph together, it becomes a bonkers scenario. And it's an epidemic in the town that they're in, that they start to unfold the mystery as they go. Well, they kind of unfold the mystery as they go. They hit down on like points. But overall with this movie, again, I like the special effects. I like the couple. I know Allison Brie and Dave Franco. I like them together in this movie. I don't often always like them together in their own movies, but this one I thought they did a good job playing off of each other. There are scenes where it seems very it's such a force that they're even being pulled together when they're trying to hold it. And one thing I really liked about that is that happens quite a few times in the movie, but they play it really well. The physicality in this is dynamite. It's fantastic. So I did give this a 2.5 for me. Paul, how'd you feel about this?
So I didn't realize this was a neon movie to begin with. When I saw 4 neon trailers before this movie, I was like, okay, cool. This is a neon movie.
Yeah.
Tried to wipe that off the mat for myself just so I could give it a very unbiased opinion going in. Like you said, there were a lot of plot holes, a lot more questions than answered. All the things you enjoyed about it, I did as well. I didn't know they were married in real life. So my first comment at the end was their chemistry together seemed really good. And then I was informed they are married. And I I was like, oh, well, that's
so you were right, though, at least. You can take it as being right.
Some of their like true gritty horror moments actually were really solid. I wish there were more. Like I said, some of those moments were just so fleeting, and I don't 100% understand what it had to do with the main plot at all. Mm-hmm. I don't.
You can speak freely. Like we can get into a couple of spoilers. So spoiler warning for anybody who's watching or listening. We are going to get into it.
Yes. So like the flashbacks to him, I guess walking in or finding his mom next to his, deceased father in the bed. Some of those scenes were very like, whoa, like where I was like, oh God, like this is pretty in depth, like kind of Hereditary feel. I really enjoyed those. But they were so fleeting. And like I said, I mean, unless we're trying to talk about his mental state, I didn't see exactly why those moments had to be in this movie. Mm-hmm. And then kind of like you said, like I get, they give the one-off, oh, well, the church fell down in a sinkhole, this and that. But there was a shed going down. So what? Well, I don't know. There were too many
No,
questions.
yeah. Just to kind of play off that with you, because it did really bug me too, was it felt like there were certain elements of this story that were forced. Like, felt like the other teacher who hired her, it felt forced that he was a part of this whole thing and that the town was a part of it in some weird way, where you never actually get that. They never say it. She watches his wedding video and you see that him and his husband were part of this, and then they melded into one, and that's why he's there. You know, that's what he's like, you know, why he's got those 2 rings, and so you see they come once they are fully melded together, they are a combination of each person, and you see that in the actors and kind of how they played it out, and this whole church scenario where like it's this magical fountain or whatever that brings beings together. You're right, it doesn't make sense because it seems like it pulls lovers together, people who are truly in love together, right? Because like at the end they make that sacrifice and say, to save each other, we love each other so much, we got to be together. And I didn't mind that, but it made no sense when you add there's an element with these rats that are tangled together, and there's like 6 of them. And it's like, why are they all tangled together? Also there's other elements within it too, like the other couple and stuff and things like that, it just became like sort of this hard to follow at times situation. That's why I got that mid-level, average level, because again, there are elements to this and I want to watch this again as well to kind of pick up on things, but it's not a rush to watch. Like I said, Oh Hi was. This is not a rush to check out again. If it's on TV, I might watch it or something, or streaming or something. But just to see if I missed anything, because that's where it's like, Oh Hi, the movie we reviewed before this, like it made me feel like I need to watch this again because I feel like I missed things that I don't want to miss. Subtle nuance. This movie, he's like, I want to watch this again, because I liked the elements that I like, but the elements I didn't like, I'm hoping I missed something, or it's just poor storytelling. Right. And I think that's where I'm coming from in that. So that's the differences there, the distinction. But I didn't mind it. Again, there are some really fun elements, and I think people should check this out there, especially if they like body horror. If you don't like body horror, I don't think this was as bad as like something Cronenberg did by any means. So I think you'll still be fine. Like, this wasn't going into this, I was like, what kind of body horror are we talking here? Are they going to get really gross with it? Which I don't mind. I'm not a big body horror guy, but I don't mind it because I like prosthetics and the special effects of it, all the practical. This again, like, had that, but I just wish it had the story to tell us why it's happening. Yeah, we never really find out why. You just sort of have to accept. So together for me, got 2.5 and a 2 from Paul. But yeah, not bad though. I still say check this out and let us know.
I'd say stream. It's worth a stream.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. All right.
Perfect date night movie like they advertised? Absolutely not.
Here's what I'll tell you: if you are both horror fans, it might not be the perfect date night movie because of the story, but they're good in it, and they're such a good couple in it. They're convincing. So I think that, I don't know what that mullet was that he had. That's the last I'll add of it. But we're going to roll from one horror movie right into the next. And we're going to talk about The Home, starring Pete Davidson. And I'm actually very excited to talk about this one. This one was directed by James DeMonico. Sorry, card. There it is. And we both gave this a 2.5 out of 5. Same. Again, this is a fun, average horror movie. Yes. I am not blowing this out of the water. I don't think this is, like, I don't get the festival circuit right now. Since 2020, like, the festival circuit just seems like they're blowing up movies left and right that I'm like, really? And they're like the next hot thing. I don't know. It just didn't work. It doesn't always work for me. But The Home, for me, I got that feel like, oh, it's this great movie. Pete Davidson's back. It's gonna be this amazing horror movie. And I was like, this was an enjoyable movie. If you had just played this to a level of check out, sort of like a not so much of a this is the best horror movie, it's killing at all the festivals and stuff like that, along that type of nomenclature about movies and such, that build up, I think this would have done better. Yeah, this was not bad. This was pretty good, and this doesn't have the plot holes that the last couple are sort of talking about too. This has a pretty well told story. My only thing with that is you don't really get into the backstory of the home, which is sort of an important feature. This movie, of course, tells the story of Pete Holmes' character. He's a foster care kid whose brother passed away, and he's been haunted by that for a long time. He's an artist, but he keeps getting arrested on drugs and doing small petty crimes and such. He gets the chance. His foster father, foster father and foster mother, very loving parents, took care of him, raised him, loved him. They did that with like all their kids. He gets them a job at a home, an old folks home, to kind of be the superintendent there and kind of clean up and fix things and such. As soon as he gets there, he starts seeing weird things. He starts befriending a lot of the elderly people there, and it's going well. He's connecting with everybody. He seems to be doing pretty good, but he starts noticing weird things and hearing weird sounds, and things are kind of getting crazier. And then he starts getting told things by the other elderly, not patients, but the residents that live there, that it's not what it seems. The more and more he goes, he starts seeing things that he cannot believe, and he starts connecting it to the past. Now, this one has a bit of a twist, as comparatively, I'll put up the spoilers, but I don't want to go too hard into the paint with the spoilers on what happens or what's going on, because I think this is one that people really enjoy, and that twist will pay off for them.
Copy that.
So, now with not with spoiler, but with The Home, tell me, what did you think, Paul, of this one?
I immensely enjoyed it. I'm kind of proud of Pete Davidson, to be honest, because we always think of him as a comedian, or he kind of plays himself in most movies. This is probably the first one where I've seen him kind of take more of a serious role and take it seriously. He still was Pete Davidson at moments, but I kind of forgot about all of his past movies and stand-up and everything else in watching this. So I commend him on performing in a decent horror. I really enjoyed this one. I thought this one was going to be not even middle of the road movie, to be honest with you, going into it. And I was very pleasantly surprised by everything. I think the three of us, so, Sam, Matt, and I, that lost points for us, like you said, without spoilers. So I won't give too much or any details like that. Mm-hmm. There's an element where you see something happening to a character, and I don't know why they show that scene to us as the audience, because it wasn't real anyway. So I feel like, to me, that was kind of a cop-out, because Pete Davidson's character wasn't seeing it. So it's like, well, then why did we have to see it? Because that threw everything off. And I get that's what you're trying to do. But to me, I think that's unfair to do to your audience, because you lost probably two points, honestly, for me, just because of that. Because you kind of had me before, but then when that happened, I was like, no, now you're trying to say I'm stupid and I need to be led this way. And I don't like being led that way. It was a good enough movie. But past that one thing, I thought it was great. The blood scenes were good. The story was solid.
Practical effects were good.
Yeah.
The fence scene and all that stuff, because they linger on some of those practical effects for a while. And me, I get into horror, so I like to get scared. When people are just like, well, you've seen so much horror, how do you get scared? It's like, I allow myself. Right. It's the same as like when we're playing the video game, Phasmophobia, and like I'm running through, and it's just like, and then I get scared, and it's just like, but normally it's like, or I can choose not to be scared. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
I'm choosing to be scared in this scenario because I want to enjoy the horror movie. These movies, this one, and I want to talk about Together again, because we watched these back to back, and they sort of both had this situation with me. It feel like they put things in this for jump scare effect, or like you said, to kind of throw you off the scent or something.
Right.
But with no resolve as to why. You're right. A red herring is a natural trope that you can put into a movie if written well. But putting in a red herring just so that way the audience doesn't figure out and your main character doesn't know about it, that's BS. You can't do that.
Right.
So I definitely 100% agree with you on those. But yeah, overall, though, I thought Pete Davidson did a good job. It ends pretty chaotically. I didn't love the ending. But I didn't hate it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it just kind of how he handles the whole situation. I'm like, I get that. I get it. His whole world just sort of came to a crazy end in a weird way. But also like a sort of a rebirth. It's weird. I don't want to give too much away from everybody, but check this movie out. I think this is a fun one. I had a good time with. I didn't think I was going to have a good time with. John Glover from Smallville and tons of other projects is in it. He does a great job. Bruce Altman's in it. He plays a very sinister role. There's just some great character actors in this that are especially for the elderly. And that felt good. I watched that other one that took place in Old Folks Home with John Lithgow and Jeffrey Rush. Good movie. Mm-hmm. I thought this was better, though. This is a little more chaotic, and it kind of worked a little bit better personally. So that is our review of The Home. And now Paul's perfect review is coming on right now. The Naked Gun. I bet you've been super stoked about this one. Before I put up the thing, do you think we have the same or different reviews on this?
Because I think you like the original Naked Guns, I think we're the same.
Okay. All right. Not the same. Half a point off.
Okay.
You want to hear something funny though? because you said that. I think this is the best Naked Gun movie.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. And I listen, I do. Well, all right. Here's the deal. I'm a little different. I think the second and third ones are funnier than the first.
Okay.
I like the first one. The first one's funny. I like the Naked Guns. I don't think they are Leslie Nielsen's funniest roles.
Sure.
Some of, I think they had truly insane vibe. He was just perfect in them.
Yeah.
His deadpan, how he just the lines he'd come up with, he was willing to take it into the really goofy comedy, and I always appreciated that about him. But I don't think any Naked Gun movie with Leslie Nielsen would make it in my top 5 Leslie Nielsen movies. It'd be an interesting one to go about. This one sees Lieutenant Frank Debin Jr., played by Liam Neeson, who is now on the police squad. He's their number 1 detective, and he has to go. And honestly, it's so chaotic. It's such a basic premise of he just has to solve a mystery from a tech giant who's trying to cause the world to be in like a perpetual male toxicity. And of course, Frank Drebin, who Jr., who is like the king of male toxicity, has to take him on and stop him, and it plays out well. Like, I started this movie, Pamela Anderson, first of all, is the highlight of this movie. She is fantastic in this movie. Her last showgirl in this, kudos to Pamela Anderson. I'm so happy to see her. But when it comes to this when it comes to this one, I went into it and I was like, I'm really hoping this is going to be funny. Seth MacFarlane, Akiva from Lonely Island, Akiva, where is it? Schaefer. I just want to make sure I got his, because I was going to say Goldsman, and that is not it at all. It's a completely different filmmaker. So, yeah, I got a chance to check this out and see who made it, and I was like, I'm pleasantly surprised. They did a fun job. The movie's chaotic. The movie has jokes that will crack you up. The first, 10 to 13 minutes of the movie, I chuckled a few times. It seemed like it was hitting on, I don't want to say it's I don't want to say like it was cliche, but that first 10 or 15 minutes, I'm like, yeah, you're really trying to touch on down on the Naked Gun movies. I get it. And you should be, but it was just chuckles. By the time we get to that 15-minute mark, I was laughing the whole time. The whole time. I don't know what changed. I don't know where the vibe went. Paul Walter Hauser's in this movie as his partner. It's just, the whole thing is fantastic all the way. Lisa Koshy's in it. Liza Koshy, she's a young influencer who's become an actor, and she was really funny in it too. They did a good job. She played well with it. So overall, really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was funny. I gave it a 3 out of 5. You gave it a 3.5 out of 5. What did you think about it? Tell us what you thought.
So I'm usually really hard on comedies because they're usually just over the top, insane jokes that are inappropriate. That's what makes them kind of funny. And this one does have some, I'll say that, but it's just, this humor just hits on every gear for me, and this movie did it in. And I think the whole time the three of us were watching this, we have a friend named John who loves comedies like this, or anything fart or poop related. That boy will almost get kicked out of a theater from laughing so hard. So we're watching this and we're all just looking at each other like, we need to see it with John. We got to see it with John. So I mean, I just thought it was great, because Sam hadn't seen the Naked Gun, so we just plowed through all the original Naked Guns over the past couple of days leading up to this. So it's kind of fun rewatching those and seeing this and seeing that they kept it the same, but like you said, they stepped it up. This is probably my favorite out of all of them as well. I just think it was great comedy, like if you just want a good laugh, get sucked into it. It's silly, it's dumb, it's not to the low caliber of me, the stupids, but
it is. But here's the thing, here's the beauty. It is, but that's, I think people who like different senses of humor can appreciate this movie. I don't mean to cut you off. I only want to say, like, when you're talking about like the fart humor, that whole car scene where he eats the chili dog and he's going to go to the bathroom. I was like, listen, I love Kevin Smith and all those, the dick and fart humor jokes, and I can laugh at them. But I'm watching it, I'm like, all right, this is funny. Yeah, like chuckles. What was in that scene, what was really getting me is when you break out of it and he's like, you can fast forward a little bit more. And like, clearly you were so far early in the day because they get all the way to like the nighttime or whatever it is. And like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, that's the pacing that was really hitting me, was because they're mixing these like sort of like, I don't want to say poor jokes or like flat jokes, because they're not, they're funny. the things land, like when he shoots at in the coffee shop and stuff. Like the jokes land, but you can appreciate the outside jokes that are still kind of covering everything. You know, it's still all sort of worked, and Seth MacFarlane's a smart guy. And to hire Akiva Schaffer from Lonely Island was just a smart move because they're funny.
I ate 7 chili dogs that day. We don't need to watch anymore. I was like, I ate 5 more.
Oh God! But what? So, do you recommend this movie? You think people should check it out in theaters?
Oh, absolutely. I think it deserves to be watched in theater just because I just think it bigger makes it funnier because you can really see everything that's happening. You know, I think a lot of times comedy can just be heard, so that's why you can listen to stand up more than have
our podcast.
Yes, but I absolutely go check it out. You know, if you've never seen them, give it a chance. You know, this might be your humor, just absolutely might not, but give it a chance. I think you'll have some laughs. You know, if your parents grew up with the Naked Gun and enjoyed them, or uncles or grandparents or whatever, take them to see this. They'll enjoy it. They'll definitely have some flashbacks and have a lot of fun with it. And be careful with the thermal binoculars.
Oh my God! Right? Again, like his part of looking at it, I'm like, this is cliche. I mean, it's funny. I'm laughing. But then when you get in and you see the bright smile on their faces and they're like, this is fun. We're connecting. And it's like, then you cut out and it's like, you guys understand all the elements. Like it's so funny. And you're layering this super well. So I gotta say, go check this out. I think this is a belly laugh movie. Seeing it in theaters will be more beneficial to laugh with everybody around you. So go check it out. I liked it. So that's our reviews for the evening. Thank you for watching. Go check them out as on the podcast. Go listen to the podcast everywhere, or you can check them out on individual video podcasts on the channel. But we've got a very exciting guest coming on in just a few seconds. But I have to talk about our sponsor, our unofficial sponsor, if you will. This episode of the Scene Snobs Podcast is unofficially brought to you by Shenanigans Gentlemen's Club in Schenectady, New York. That's right. Are you craving debauchery dollar bills and deep fried mozzarella sticks all under one leopard print roof? That's right. Then you, my friend, need to grab your emotional support trench coat and take a pilgrimage to Shenanigans, where the neon never sleeps and the pole choreography might defy physics, right? Shenanigans isn't just a place, it's a lifestyle, a fever dream wrapped in a glitter, dipped in ranch, and served with a smile named Cinnamon. And that's right. Don't let the name fool you. This ain't your grandma's knitting circle, but if she wants to come along, they do have a 2-for-1 matinee on Wednesdays. Oh, and now get this. They're also officially on Uber Eats. That's right. You can order your food, wings, sliders, and questionable life choices without putting on pants. Shenanigans Gentlemen's Club, where regrets are temporary, but the glitter is forever. Visit shenanigans.ny.net and tell them the Scene Snobs sent you. But, like, maybe not in writing. All right, everybody. All right, let's get our... We got Dave from the NerdBox here, and we are going to spaz out and have a good old time. This man knows his horror, and we're going to talk about horror. We're going to talk about his upcoming projects. We're going to be promoting, and he's got a few things for us along the way. First up, though, we are going to start with top 5 countdown, worst beach scenes, or in Paul's case, and probably my case too, worst beast movies. But let's welcome our guest. Oh, where did he go? There he is, Dave.
Hello.
Welcome. We appreciate you being here, man. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing really good. I love that commercial. It was almost a 3-for-1. We got a strip club, we got Uber Eats, and we got a pilgrimage.
They're going to take good care of you at Shenanigans. Go check them out. But welcome. I figured we'd start with our top 5. And then go from there because we're going to have a lot to talk about tonight. You got a lot of stuff coming up, and I'm excited to talk about it.
I do.
All right, everybody. Let's see. What is number 5 on your list? Let's go around the horn. I'm going to start with our guest. Dave, what's your number 5?
This was tough because when you think of beach scenes, I think of all the good ones. So you have to go out there searching for some bad ones out there. So my number 5 is going to be Baywatch, when Ronnie falls over onto the lawn chair and gets his junk stuck in between when he was trying to flirt with the girl in that movie. So it's like, oh, yeah, I could feel the pain in that one.
I can't disagree with that. It hits close to home too. We'll see.
Oh, we must hear this story.
No.
Are you the girl in the story, Nick?
I meant the movie.
Oh, all right.
Well, how about you, Paul? What do you?
I went with number 5 from Die Another Day. The surf scene on the tsunami was awful.
I think we all
bad, just bad.
I went with for me. Oh my god! All right, so I went with Sharknado is number 5. I not the movie, but when they're first coming in, the sharks. That whole beach scene on the dockside and everything, I can't get behind the visual effects. I can't get behind, and I'm not going to pick one from every other movie because they're not all beaches. That first movie was beaches. So, that first movie, that whole beach scene, I guess I just am a snob, and I can't get behind the Sharknado movies enough. I don't mind them, but like the scenes were always just terrible acting and terrible VFX, so I can't get behind them. That's my number 5. I know I can see the horror faces right there not agreeing with me.
I've never seen a Sharknado film.
That's because you have good taste, sir.
Interesting.
Yep. I purposely avoided those films.
There it is. I love it. I love it. All right, then I know I'm not in bad company.
You want to know a weird fact about Sharknado, though?
Go ahead.
No.
So, Mick, you've met my father. You haven't met my father. He's a very stoic, serious man.
Mm-hmm.
He loves those movies. For whatever reason, we were out on a family trip and he goes, "Oh, it's 2:00. We got to get back to the house." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Sharknado 3 is coming right now. It's a premiere." And I was like, "Are you shitting me? Like, we have to leave the lake to go back to the house to watch Sharknado 3. He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." So,
hey, listen. You guys love them. You guys love them. I appreciate that they're sci-fi movies and what they are. And again, like, I don't tell anybody not to see them, but I don't know. That first one, that bugged me. And I think it was the hype that went with it.
It's a flavor of horror, right? There is a fan that loves that type of CGI and that type of horror that's out there. So it's catering to that audience. That just is not something that's for me.
Yeah. We'll get into that in a second, though. A fun one for that one. All right, number 4. What do you got for me, Dave?
A lot of guys and some women will probably be pissed off of this choice, but No Hard Feelings, the Jennifer Lawrence completely nude scene of her chasing the bullies on the scene, getting into the fight and getting punched in the cooch there. The scene itself doesn't look right. There seems like there's a lot of effects that's in that scene. Like, I don't even know if they're on a beach because I was watching that scene again today, and for some reason, some YouTube channels got it in like 4 times slow mode. But it looks like it's done in front of a green screen. So it just looked out of place. Like when I seen it on the big screen and when I saw it again at home, it just doesn't look right. Something's off about that. Mm-hmm. And it takes me just completely out of the movie because if they're doing touch-ups or something like that, that's what's doing it. It just looks cheap.
Yeah. All right, listen, it's hard to argue with that one. I like it, though. What do you got, number 4 for you, Paul?
Number 4, I don't know why I can't stand this scene, but it's from the movie SWAT, and it's Colin Farrell working out, trying to get into shape, just running on the beach with his dog. And I'm like, I don't need all this. I understand you're working out. You have enough of a 3-minute scene of this shit. I don't need to see him on the beach with his dog. Okay. You're a man.
Well, all right. So mine is my number 4. Not all of them. My number 4 is a bit of a cop out. It is the entirety of the Baywatch movie.
Oh, all right, yeah. Yep.
That's why I was saying it kind of hits close to home. The entirety of the Baywatch movie is just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, all right. The entirety of the premise, the entirety of the shots, I like some of the actors that are in it. Zac Efron playing the voice of reason in that movie, I thought was fun, but all of the scenes are dumb. They're overplayed. They didn't make sense. And that movie just did not. I don't know if I'm protective of the original Baywatch, as stupid as it is. And I mean that when I say that, as stupid as it is. But it still is something special. And like they just didn't peg it with this movie at all.
What kind of pisses me off is that we don't get enough Zac Efron in movies. The guy's a talented actor. He can do a lot of different stuff, and he just doesn't get as many parts as he should.
Hard to not agree with that, for sure. I would like to see him more. Honestly, The Greatest Showman. He was fantastic. All right, number 3. What you got for me, Dave?
Piranha 3D. Like, oh my God, come on now. That whole entire scene, just over the top chaos. It was just way too much. I guess it's good for the gore hounds and people looking to relive the 80s horror movies with a bunch of boobs in it. It's just like, no, not at all. Not for me at all.
I get it. They were really trying to relive something. The 80s. I love 80s movies, but like, I think I'm well documented in my feelings on 80s movies. All right. What you got for me, Paul? What's your number 3?
You're gonna hate me for this, Mick. It's the scene with Daniel LaRusso on that beach kicking that soccer ball. I just don't enjoy that. I just don't. I really don't. I'm like, this is gimmicky. You guys are kicking sand all around these poor girls. Like, you guys are dicks. Sorry. Just drives me up the wall.
But isn't he the real villain of that movie? Come on now. I'm thinking Johnny was really the protagonist.
Well, listen, we've all come back together, though. It took 30-year journey, but we're all friends. So it's all good, except for Hillary Swank. She left. Who knows where she is? She didn't get to join the fold, but yeah, no, that's a good choice. I cannot put that down. Number 3 for me. You ever see The Beach? Danny Boyle's The Beach?
Long time ago.
It's the scene where he's running, but he's like hallucinating that he's a video game. And he's just like kind of doing this weird run he's doing in it. That scene always pops in my head. And I think that was the scene that popped in my head like a week or so ago when I was like, we're doing beach themes. I'm going to talk about the worst beach scenes. And I think it was just that real one scene. And then movie's fine. I don't hate the movie or anything, but is that one scene I just really didn't.
Yeah.
But I do should check it out. All right. We're coming down on our final 2. Dave, what you got for me for number 2?
I'm sure you guys are going to agree with this one. The opening to Suicide Squad 2021. Like, come on. What the hell is going on here? Like, really? What a disappointment that whole opening was. Yep.
And Paul, what you got?
So which one did I go with? I actually went with the movie The Beach as well. I'm not gonna lie. Just the movie The Beach.
Okay. All right.
Made Paradise look miserable.
This one might piss two horror fans off, but it's the opening scene from It Follows.
Oh, okay.
Here's why, though. Here's why. Why did you go to the beach? You didn't run out of places to hide.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't run out of places to get away. And why would you go to the beach in the same town that you're...
Yeah. Maybe it's her happy place.
It wasn't that happy for her. Like that scene,
Not for long.
For me, it was cool. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think it should have been at the beach. Like, it just, and that's, it's made no sense. Why go there?
Yeah.
Like, it just, I don't know. It didn't work for me, but that is my number 2. All right. Number 1. Let's finish these off. Dave, what you got for me?
Everything about the movie Old. I hate that movie with a passion. It was extremely painful to watch. Oh, yeah. Nope. Oh, that movie's just horrible. I think that's the worst of all of his movies. Even over the Airbender movie. I loathe that movie.
Fair. What you got for me, Paul?
So I had a tie for number 1, and it was Old, just the whole movie. And then also was the scene where the grandma in Jaws Revenge. I was pissed when she gets on to the granddaughter about just swinging her over the water. And then the next scene, she's just swimming in the water. I'm like, all right, so what are we doing?
That's a good one.
It doesn't make sense.
I'll have to say this. I was very close to putting a scene on there from the original Jaws, and that's the scene with Pippet. But Pippet survives, so
that's true. Pippet does survive. That's fair. Although, remember, killing a dog always makes your killers a little more effective. It's that layer of like, if you kill a dog in a movie, you're really bad. We hate you. If you kill a kid in a movie, it's like, you're just not a really good person. It's just not okay. It's just the way it all plays out eventually.
Unless it's the movie Babadook, then we can just push the kid out the car.
Yeah, that kid, man. That kid. I hate to say it, but like my number 1 is from a new movie from this year. It's from The Surfer, Cage, and it's from Nick Cage, and I love Nick Cage. But that movie was just sort of a weird movie, and there's a scene in the movie where his surfboard gets taken, and it's so he's so ineffectual trying to get it back. It's so cringeworthy and hard to watch. And I understand that was sort of the purpose they were going for. But along with the rest of the movie is like, because after that, you get the rest of the movie where he's trying to act like a badass against these guys and fight up against these guys. And it's like, you just gave us a scene where we know that won't happen. He completely like bent over for it, and like this whole thing. So like I didn't really appreciate the scene. Like it was just really cringeworthy and the movie overall, it was a beautiful movie, but very dense. There's not much to it. So yeah, that's our top 5 worst beach scenes and beach movies, which was also a stipulation of it. But guys, all right. Well, first and foremost, I want to welcome Dave. If you don't know Dave, you need to be checking out NerdBox. This is a great channel that loves movies, goes in depth talking about movies, especially with more of a, I was going to say like you sort of accentuate horror, but you don't. You dive in pretty hard with the horror, and you understand it. You do the Easter eggs, you do the deep dives, the whole 9 yards, and I appreciate that about you. Can you tell us a little bit before we get started about NerdBox, sir?
Certainly. NerdBox, as you mentioned, Mick, we dive into horror, and we kind of found our way there. We were trying to do a little bit of everything, but we kind of blew up talking about Scream. So I would say we have a lot of Scream videos where we dive into theories, Easter eggs, behind the scenes stuff. We talk about stuff that was in the script that would change how the movie was going. Yes, Stu is alive, and we actually proved how he has survived in the franchise by breaking down facts like, hey, out of a 10-year span, 100,000+ TVs fell on people's heads. 90% of them tube TVs, and only one person died, and it was not a teenager. So we go that far into depth with things. We have list shows. We have Lost Horror Media, which we're doing currently right now on the channel. We haven't done an interview recently just because there's a lot of stuff that we're working on right now, so it's hard to keep up with the content as we were. But we do have a lot of interviews with up-and-coming filmmakers or established filmmakers where they take us behind the scenes and how you can go ahead and get involved in the industry and what it takes to do that and what the sacrifice is. So a lot of fun things that we got going on the channel. And then weekly we do our live show on Sundays. Like we've slowly found our way into a drinking game when we rank movies because it ends up into arguments. So we have some drinking rules around ranking as well.
Nice. Very cool. That's awesome. What's that called?
On Sundays, it's the Howling Hour, and it is live at 7:30 Eastern Time on NerdBox.
That's fantastic. And we have a couple of things to talk about that you have going on right now, and I'm going to pull them up, and as we go, if you can talk about them. Let's start here. Nightmare on Elm Street Shots and Slashers ranking. Now, you've talked about ranking movies. Is this part of that?
Yes. So this is a part of that. So we're going to do a complete franchise ranking. So our weekly live shows started almost a year ago. And we started with doing a ranking of Aliens. And then we switched over to Scream. And we got into such a heated debate during Scream where one of our co-hosts had gone out and said, hey, Mickey from Scream 2 is an absolute fucking joke. And that just set everything off. And that's where the drinking games came out of. In fact, unfortunately, I end up sleeping next to the toilet for 2 or 3 hours a day just from the heated debates. So we've been doing the debates every so often where we'll do the drinking games and we'll have the drinking rules. And last week on our show, talking and leading into this week's episode, another co-host got drunk because he got all heated talking about Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. So it's probably going to be a pretty heated conversation this weekend. Very
interesting. I dig it. All right. So guys are going to be ranking them. Clearly we know it's 1, 3, and then there's others. I love that. Now, there's a movie that came out not too long ago. I really enjoyed it. We've talked about it on a show. We reviewed it. And that is called Stream. If you haven't had a chance to talk about it, I'm very interested in kind of getting into this with you. And you are connected to the movie Stream, if that's if I can say that. And if you would be so inclined to tell us more about it.
Certainly. So right now it is available on most streaming platforms. If you don't know where it's at other than Amazon, look up the Just Watch app and I'll tell you where any movie is that you're looking for. But this is the first movie I ever got to work on. I was a production assistant for the mid-credit scene. And the mid-credit scene, if you do not know, has the return to horror of a horror icon legend. I'm not going to mention that name, so you should go figure that out. But Stream is essentially like taking the Running Man and tossing it into a hotel in a Clue type fashion. So you have a bunch of slashers that are going throughout this entire hotel, hunting people for a sport and points, while you have people that are watching all around the world, betting on the odds of a slasher getting the kill or people surviving. Now, so again, I was brought in for the mid-credit scene. Mike Levy is the director of that. He brought me in for some special effects on it, which I thought was pretty damn awesome to see how they were doing special effects for it. But we're doing something a little special. So we're turning that entire movie into a board game. And we are pretty close to having the press release come out for that. And I will have to say, as a lover of board games, Mick, I don't know how much you play board games, or Paul, you play board games, but this board game is coming in a box that looks like the hotel in the movie itself, and it has different floors to the game with attachments that you can add onto it as well. You get to play as the characters for points, and there's 3 different ways you get to play. You get to play for points, you get to gamble and bet on the game where you can play and win money, and then we have a live party rule set where people that are playing the game are playing for points, and the people that are with you at the party are betting on the game as it's going on.
That's crazy. That's
I like that. That's a lot of fun.
Well,
Yeah.
you sent me a teaser trailer. Am I allowed to play this, or is that still on hold?
You can play.
Okay. I wanted to make sure, so I'm going to bring this up. I'm watching this for the first time together, everybody.
Premiere.
All right, let's do it. I'm so excited. Well, my friend, very cool. That's exciting stuff. I have to tell you that was a movie, and you can go back, check out my full review, people, if you want to see that. That's up there. And I think Paul and I sort of agreed. The son in that reminded me of my son. Looked like him. So it made me hate the movie for good reasons. Like, hate the movie of what's going on in the movie. So if any movie can make me feel like that to the point where I'm like, I wish I was in this movie so I could just like wreck house. I love that. I love it. You know, I love that. And we've talked about that. We were talking about that on Sir Sturdy's show the other day about Speak No Evil, and how both those movies make me wish I was in them. You know, like, I would have handled this differently. Stream is very much on that level, but it also has the charm of like this low budget indie, but with a really just a very interesting, I'm just going to go with interesting right now, premise that I think you guys should really check out if you're horror fans. But this game sounds awesome. I'm very much looking forward to checking that out.
I'm pretty excited on it. I kind of found my way there after kind of launching a campaign to get the Art the Clown popcorn bucket going in the movie theaters. So after we won that, I was like, hey, what can we do next? Maybe we should do a game. And we met with a lot of people, and we landed on a board game. We said, you know what? Stream is ready for a board game. So I think we can go ahead and do that. And we're working with Red Duke Games. Red Duke Games has been a fantastic partner with us, along with Fuzz on the Lens Productions. And we have a lot of things perfected. Like, the board almost looks like a classic Clue board, the way it's laid out. We've had it at conventions to test it out, and people were really attracted to the board. But one of the things I'm excited for outside of the betting, or two of the things I'm excited for outside of the betting, is the chase scene, the classic slasher chase scene is in the board game. And the way we have it with the rules laid out, it's like in the movie, where if you fail to kill a guest that's in there, they're going on the run, and you got to chase them down. And you got to stop them from escaping it, or people lose the game. Another element that we're excited about, and Mick, I heard you kind of mention like Jeffrey Combs, like, I guess you're a fan of him. He may be returning to help us with this, because we're working on a mobile app for it as well. So it's going to be Companion, where Lockwood is going to be talking to you throughout the entire game. And there'll be times where he'll just randomly come on to screw you over or to help you out during the game. So a lot of cool things that we got going on with it. The mobile developer that we're working on with it has some ideas about making it a complete mobile version game and making it completely bettable across the world. That's in later phases. So we're just concentrating on getting the basics done and getting it out there for everybody, because I think this is going to be a game like nobody's played before.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. Oh, man. And we have something else we need to talk about tonight, and I'm interested to find out about. And that is Alice from the Book of Ethel. It's the title for you right there, and I'll bring back up the poster for a second. Now, can you explain a little bit, what is Alice from the Book of Ethel?
All right. So this is based... So long before I got into YouTube, I was a writer. So I was a self-published writer. I wrote a book, and Alice is coming off of a story that's inspired by actual events of me as a teenager playing with a group of friends playing the Ouija board. And the series of events that happened that night and afterwards is what's going to be told through Alice from the Book of Ethel. Now, the concept for this is a short film, and this is actually a short story. I am writing out the full length of the book. It's called Ethel. And I was going to go chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 4. And I was going to leave out chapter 3 as like, hey, go out there and find it. It may be published in an anthology somewhere, or a magazine, and then do the vice versa, where I have people point back to the book. So it's always been sitting back there. And since it's been a pretty good year, we're coming up with creative projects. I partnered with my son. who wrote the screenplay for that. So it's going to be a father-son tandem when it comes to horror films and stuff like that. And we're partnering with Marcus, who is a producer on Stream and Terrifier 2. And we have some really exciting people that are lined up to be a part of the film. But this is going to be a section of the story where it follows a girl, Alice, who is suffering with the aftermath of her sister dying, and it's tied to the Ouija board game that night. So she's struggling with trauma, and for the 5 months that this is taking place, her parents are going through the same kind of situation where the mom doesn't know how to help her, the father's trying to hold everybody together, and meanwhile Alice is starting to see visions of Ethel, the spirit, and the spirit's coming back to get her. And everything kind of unfolds that night. And from people that have read the short story and read the screenplay, they're really digging it. And I've pitched a few different ideas that I had, and everybody was saying that this is the one that we should go with first. So we're actually going to create a story Bible because we have 2 films in line, and I don't know if I should say this or not, but we're going to be the first mini franchise that's going to have an anthology that leads into a film, anthology, and then leads into another film. So we have it kind of broken out to be not giving you a lot of homework, but we're going to give you small backstories in chunks, and then you're going to get the full story of another character.
Okay, very cool.
I like that.
Interesting. Yeah, listen, franchises are where it's at right now, so that's the way to go. Oh, that's fantastic. Man, you got a lot of stuff going on for you. I am happy for you. Damn, this is the game. Congratulations. The movie, congratulations. NerdBox is killing it. Congratulations. Fantastic. And thank you for coming on and talking about this.
Yeah.
And telling us more about it. Guys, go check out NerdBox. Go check out what they're doing. It's some big things going on for sure. And then tell them, like, listen, when you get that anthology going, put your old pal Mick in there. He's going to sell tickets like crazy, but he has to die.
That's what I was going to say next.
Wait a minute. Did you not see that in the message? I sent that to you in a message. If you were interested.
I got to go back and check for the messages. I'm going to overstep that one. I'm listen. Every time I step on a film set, somebody wants to kill me. In real life or on film. So there you go. But no, I love that. It's fantastic, and you're great guys. I can't wait to see what comes from it. I'm going to be watching closely. I do want. We have a topic tonight. I do want to kind of get into and see what you guys think. I wanted to talk about movie characters that you would want to partner or maybe go on adventures with in some way. Now, it doesn't have to be. You don't have to be like, I would go do Die Hard with John McClane. Like, I wouldn't do that shit. I don't want to do that. I don't want to almost die. But what would be an interesting thing to go on? What would be some adventures that you wouldn't mind checking out? And let's kind of just keep it open and kind of go with that route. But Paul, I'm going to start with you.
Well, you know me, so you know it's going to be a little insane, but it makes sense, right? Because you know who I am. So I totally went with Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee's Big Adventure, yes, please. We got the same humor. He'd be so amusing. We'd match the energies. It'd be great. I would love a Pee Wee adventure. 100%.
What about that adventure attracts you to being part of it?
When they're on the movie set and just going through all the movie sets.
Why wouldn't you just pick a movie character as like an actor in a movie set, and then you can go to movie sets all the time?
You just asked for a favorite scene. I'm just saying that. Maybe that or large margin.
Favorite scene. I said
large margin
adventures with. Don't start that shit.
I mean, Pee Wee would be amusing at the car wash that I work at.
Paul, do you steal the Godzilla costume?
I absolutely would for Mick. 100%. I'd be arrested, but I'd steal it from Mick.
I love it. I would hold on to it.
Never catch
me. You know me and my Godzilla. I love it. Oh man, that's some adventures. If I could just sit on his shoulders and just like, bye Tokyo, it's been real. Been fun. All right. You're gonna do your atomic blast. Go ahead. No. When I think about this, I'm thinking at 43. What adventures am I going on at 43? Now, if I'm thinking 20, might be a different story. Might be Point Break or something, like go and be risky, have some fun. But at 43, what adventures and realistically am I getting? I'll tell you one that I did think about while we were thinking about it. I would want to drive with Baby Driver at least once.
Okay.
It'd be thrilling. It'd be crazy, but it's realistic driving. It's none of that Fast and the Furious crap where we're flying all around and going to space in a car and shit. That's adventures I'm not willing to take. Your car won't protect me now. But Dave, how about you? What's an adventure you would go on?
Well, first, the person I would go on the adventure with hasn't changed in my 20s or in my 40s, but it's it's going to be a zombie apocalypse. Like, they have these zombie runs that are all across the country. I wouldn't mind doing a real zombie run. And the character or the actress that I would take with me is Jessie Burlingame, played by Eliza Dushku. So she's been number one on my list. Total badass in real life as well. So I was like, yeah, if I got to get through a zombie apocalypse, I'm going to take her with me.
I like that.
Okay. You know what? You just get, like, if I'm doing a road trip, though, Jack Burton. Jack Burton would be a fun one. You know, kind of going on mishap adventures. You know, it's not always going to be in Big Trouble in Little China.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I think that would be an interesting one to go on. Now, what do you guys think traveling when we talk about adventures and stuff like that? Like, I don't think if I was a kid, I'd go with the Goonies because I'm an idiot. That whole town, like, yeah, you got criminals chasing after. That whole town was a disaster, by the way. They should have demolished that town. I stand by that, and I will always stand by that. They had police chases in the middle of the road where they're hitting things in the beginning of the movie. You just have these known felons hanging out there. That town was a disaster. Nobody should have been there. They should have made him sell the house. But as far as adventures go, that'd be a lot of fun. Now, keep in mind, you are you in these adventures. Paul, you can't be like, hey, I'm going on an adventure with Superman. That'd be great. And then it's like, you're going to die. You're gonna die.
I absolutely would.
Well, let me add to this. What's a movie character you wouldn't mind fighting?
Wouldn't mind fighting?
Yeah.
That's tough. Ooh, because I want a good fight, but I want to know that I should win. Maybe not.
Do
that
you
I might.
want a good fight? like if somebody was like, here, you fight Batman. Do you want him to not have diarrhea that night? Because he's gonna have some diarrhea.
You know what? I should lose to someone big, right? Because then no one expects me to win anyway. So I should go with from Magazine Dreams. I just forgot his name.
Wasn't he like sort of slow in that movie? You're just gonna beat up a slow guy?
I don't care.
Gonna pick Radio? Like, calm down.
What's his name? Majors? What's his first name?
Jonathan Majors.
There you go. That's who I'd fight.
You would fight him as a slow individual.
I didn't say slow. I didn't say from that movie. You can say from
in Creed 3. You go directly towards, all right, I'm gonna fight this big dude who's a bodybuilder.
Yeah. Why not?
Because
if I lose, you can't give me that much hell. He's a giant bodybuilder. You're gonna be like, well, at least he tried.
Did you see Creed 3?
Yeah.
Pretty fast.
Yeah.
He's gonna see the scene in The Hangover when Mike Tyson just punches Zach Galifianakis. That's you. If you go up against Jonathan Major in any form, and he's already proven that he'll hit things, so there you go.
All right,
it's going to be even crazier.
I'm going to go the total Scorpio route here because it's not going to be a physical fight. It's going to be a psychological warfare fight with Elle from Death Note or Miss Cromartie from The Mist.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I like that.
Yep.
I would lose that battle too, just so you know.
You know who I would pick Home Alone 2. You know who I'd fight? This dude in the hotel. I can't remember his name.
You're so stupid. I was like, wait, who? And I'm like, oh.
No, not the guy you're thinking of. Tim Curry's awesome. Who's the other guy?
Get out of here. I wasn't.
I know the other guy, but I don't think we're going there. There's another guy
Republican,
in there,
isn't he?
Yeah,
Can I get a word tree?
Yeah.
Can I get a word tree?
Happy Gilmore too?
Yeah, his hair kind of goes like that a little bit.
I gave myself the out with Happy Gilmore too. Rob Schneider was in that movie too. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. But now, who's the star of that movie? No, you know what? There's another one too. Iron Man 2
with Elon Musk. You piece of
shit. Whoa! I was just talking about the billionaire that's in that movie.
Yeah,
crazy. That'd be fun. That'd be interesting.
I forgot he was in it. We've just been plowing through all the Avenger movies.
Where he was more liberal minded, and like Hollywood was like, yeah, let's just throw him in movies. He's a cool billionaire. Let's do this. Thank you, Marvel. Yeah. You've birthed two things: a franchise that went haywire real fast.
Mm-hmm. But you're talking about Hammer, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Hammer.
He's the man.
Great actor, but the character is horrible.
I wouldn't fight him in any other movie. I wouldn't fight him in Seven Psychopaths, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Maniac. Although he was kind. No, seriously though, like if I'm gonna who's the most obnoxious character in a movie you wouldn't mind fighting?
Oh. I think you want to hit them because they're annoying.
Like this is like a really obnoxious character.
It's the character in Dinner for the Schmucks that Zach Galifianakis plays. The guy that's sleeping with. Yeah. Yep.
He's like Steve Carell's like foil. in the movie.
Every time that he throws in the dig about sleeping with his wife, is like, man, just punch him in the mouth. Punch him in the mouth.
Oh yeah, 100%. Those types of movies too. You absolutely want to. What about you, Paul? I'm trying to think of like
it's tough because I don't want physical harm to her. But that woman in the mist, the over the top woman,
her.
I can't stand her.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Oh, the Marcia Gay Harden.
Yeah,
Miss Cromartie. Yep.
Yeah. It's
her character. She made me hate her instantly.
Yep.
God damn, she did great. But I couldn't stand her.
Honestly,
you know which character most likely supported the guy from Home Alone 2? Her.
Oh yeah,
that out.
Exactly. 100%. One of the best.
I meant Rob Schneider and his comedy.
One of the best.
You started this. You laughed, and now I'm rolling with it. No, you can't change it now. I saw. I'll tell you. You know what? In my younger days, all right, this is the crazy, chaotic version of me. What would have been fun to at least give a try to is Dalton from Roadhouse. Right. Not the new one. He's too fast. Yeah. The old one though. I love Patrick Swayze, but I'm like, I might try to make a run for that.
How about Tyler Durden from Fight Club?
Oh, I'm beating up Pretty Boy. I don't care. Both of them. Dude.
Why? Why you hate Brad Pitt?
I hate Fight Club.
I forget you hate that movie. Fight Club all the time. God damn! How do you? Anyway, we're not even getting into.
I like the book. The movie does end better than the book. I'll give you that. It was an interesting ending. It's just, I understand why people love that movie. I think it gets more love than it deserves.
I feel that way about a lot of movies, Nick.
Yep.
Yeah, but you're wrong most of the time. We have Castellar Daniel Garcia is here. Mr. Frost with Jeff Goldblum is a good horror film. I never even heard of it. Phantasm 2. It's a good sequel. And good boxing fighting film Gladiator. Wait. Oh, the original Gladiator with Cuba Gooding Jr. and Brian Dennehy. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was a different one. I did like that one. For a second there, I'm like, really boxing and Gladiator. They didn't do that. I would have known. They had swords. Don't try and tell me. Frequency with Dennis Quaid and Jim Caviezel has a Twilight Zone vibe. I don't know what's happening here, but I appreciate your takes.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it is a good movie. I like Frequency. That movie was like, save him, save your dad, do it now. And now
I saw that with my dad.
Like, don't save him.
I tried to give him a hug after that movie. He didn't. There was no hug.
It's like, get the hell out of it.
He turned. I was like, yeah, that was a good movie. I was a kid too. It was still acceptable to be cute, but nah, he wasn't that
right. You're taking me down the path.
Yeah, that reminds me of Robert Englund in Zombie Strippers, where he's walking around with the Lysol can and spraying at the strippers. It's like,
I'm sorry, we don't talk about zombie strippers here when the far more perfect strippers versus zombies exists. Zombies, strippers versus zombies. If you have not seen that one,
I have not.
Wow, you've missed out. You watched Strippers versus Zombies, and you haven't seen Zombies, Strippers versus Zombies. Came out around the same time. I mean, starring, I don't know, me. No, I play Hallway Zombie number 17 in it. It's fine. No, that every time somebody talks about it was Zombie Strippers, and she was at Carolina Fear Fest a couple of years ago, and I talked to her about it a little bit. I worked on the other version that came out, and when she came out with hers, that one was completely gone.
Yeah,
you can't find it anywhere, but if you can find it, watch it because it's got Johnny Backhand Vegas, and he's the best.
Yeah.
What's the matter, Paul? You thinking about all those dads in movies that you want to fight?
Sure. Yeah.
What dad character are you going to go and fight?
Dad character I want to go for probably the dad in the newest Kraft movie. I can't stand him. I didn't like him in X-Files either.
Why the hell did you watch the newest Kraft movie?
What newest Crash? You mean the 23-year-old Crash movie?
No, the Kraft.
Oh, they remade the Kraft, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the reboot.
No idea what you're talking about.
Sequel. Sorry, sequel.
Is it a sequel?
Yeah. Is it a sequel? I forgot it existed.
Yeah, right. But that dad in that movie, he can get the business.
That's the dad. All right. Okay. What kind of dad was he?
over the top beta trying to act like he's alpha and trying to lead all other males that don't stand up to be alphas. I couldn't stand that shit. Had a little circle with all the men, but then men could have feelings too.
What was he doing to the kids though?
Manipulating them.
So you didn't choose a dad character who's like a pedo. You chose a dad who's just sort of a douche.
The first one that came into my mind.
Like the dad from like Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Like Tina's dad, not Tina's dad. Who was the one that was the drug addict? And like she sees her dad in Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Oh yeah,
you're the horror guys. Come on, get on it.
You got the mohawk. Yep.
Jennifer, what's her name? Played Jennifer Rubin played the character in that. But like he was like molesting her. Like yeah, fight him.
I didn't think of him first.
That's the first one popped in my head. Find these the dad from Rosemary's Baby. Sold this kid out to the devil. You're like, I mean, Paul has fantasies of punching his neighbor across the street who just sits in like a circle with his buddies. He's like, you know what? This guy over here, he's too happy. And I'm going to take him down a bit. He reminds me of the guy from the Craft remake.
I totally am, Mick. I'm like, these motherfuckers are still asleep when I go to work. And then they're already home before I get back from work. I'm like, fuck them.
Why would the dad? Wait. That doesn't mean they didn't go to work. It just means you were at work longer.
They just don't work as much as me. Fuck them. And
get
they are
happy out of here.
Nah. They're pale as shit because they're not outside getting burnt to shit every day. Nah.
Did that shit. If they don't want to do it anymore, that's okay. The dad from Get Out. What? He voted for Obama twice. He would have done it a third time if he could. I don't know why we're I like Bradley Whitford though. He's always good. He was good on that Handmaid's Tale and West Wing. So I don't know if I could punch him in the face. Now, what fictional presidents would you want to punch in the face?
Fictional president.
I'm jumping with it. Bradley Whitford worked for the president. So let's keep going. I'm going to roll down the line. I want to see who you guys want to punch in the face.
Fictional president?
Yeah.
The president in what is it, Up in the Air or something like that came out, that Netflix exclusive release with Leonardo DiCaprio.
I don't know if I saw that one.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the right title.
I'll tell you who I would punch.
You said fictional president though.
I know. I'm sticking with fictional. I wouldn't punch a real one. I'm not an idiot. It was what's his name? What's his name from Idiocracy? Terry Crews. Terry.
Good choice.
Yeah, I punch him.
Don't Look Up. That's the name of the movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, that movie, dude. So true.
That's a good one. That's really good. Yeah.
Oh my god. That movie, I didn't like that movie when it came out. Now I'm like, I might have to watch this again. It seems really like honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does.
I was like, I don't want to go to that planet, but can we send them all to that planet?
Yeah.
Where is it?
How about a fictional mayor from Jaws?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'd buy beers with that guy.
What?
He's a problem. He's a problem, man, but he's keeping the businesses open.
Yeah.
I live on Amity. I probably have a business, so I'm looking there. Wait! Don't shake your head at me. Why can't I?
Totally confused now. Open. You would hang with the mayor from Jaws, but not with the guy in the hotel from Home Alone 2. They almost seem like the same exact person.
Oh, well, let's think about this. Oh, are they?
Oh my God, yes, they are.
Are they?
You gotta watch that whole movie again.
Why would I be the only one who wants to punch either of them in the face then?
I'm just saying. The whole team just makes me relive 2020 over and over again every time I watch Jaws.
No, listen, before the shark showed up though, it seems like everybody got along with them. I don't really care about the mayor from Jaws. I don't want to have a beer with him. Yeah. Well, maybe in the 70s. It was a wild time. You want to be friends with the corrupt politicians, right? But yeah, they seemed like everybody was friends until he made that poor choice to keep the beaches open and somehow got reelected to mayor.
Right? See what I'm saying?
And here's the best part about that.
Reelected.
He got reelected in the second one and then fired Brody for firing his gun into the water, which I'm not saying he should. I'm not saying he shouldn't have been fired. Maybe the trauma from the first movie should have gotten him maybe on like a disability waiver. But I will say the fact that he got reelected and then ironically fired the sheriff who saved his job. Yeah, that seems about right. Maybe it is a good punch in the face. I agree with you. All right. Well, guys, is there any last minute adventures that you would want to take adventures with?
Fear and Loathing? Las Vegas.
Ooh, I hear you. Yes, sir. I hear you. I need to hang out with you. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Mick knows one of our old co-hosts, Charlie, that used to be on NerdBox, but I was often compared to Johnny Depp's character when we would go out late at night. So yeah, I figured I'd get the full experience then.
Just don't stop in backcountry.
Yep.
Now, if we were talking authors, Hunter S. Thompson, yes.
Yep.
I would be locked in his basement for a month just to learn about it. And no problem. He did it to Johnny Depp and Bill Murray, so I'm sure it would be good enough for me. Yeah, I love those movies, but great character, great choice. What about you, Paul?
I'd love to have some whiskey drinks with Jack Torrance and see who decides to kill the other one first.
Oh,
So why not?
That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting showdown in a giant hotel like that, chasing
Right.
around. You're
I turn
twisted.
the lights
Dude.
on. I'm gonna disappear. Like, fuck, you're fast.
Nope. You're a twisted dude, and I love it. Me, I would probably have drinks with the mayor from Jaws. I think that would be an interesting one. I would, but I want to do it post first shark.
Post first shark.
Like I want to have some beers and be like, so what were you thinking? You know, just keeping them open, huh? How's that go? But yeah, overall, I am a fan. I just want to say that was awesome. But we're gonna get to our next, our final segments of the night, I should say, and that's our mixed movie pick. That is right. And let's get started, shall we? So we are doing for August a beach theme month, like beach and sea and stuff. So we are doing for our first classic film review is going to be Castaway. Now today we had The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. It was sort of a cheat. We were doing aquatic movies last month, like aquatic animals and stuff like that, and we finished off with the Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, and that boils into our beach theme movies for August, starting with Castaway, which you can go check out our classic film review next Friday. It will be out. Those are sort of like mini little documentaries where I give my review, but I also talk about some of the backstory to the movie and such, so you can learn a little bit more about it. And of course, on Tuesdays, we have Does It Suck? And that is also beach theme, and we're going to be talking about Weekend at Bernie's. Go check those out. They're fun movies. We have a really good time with them. And see what I had to say, and give us a like on those videos in the comments. Let us know what your favorite scenes in those movies are as well. But those are my choices, my mixed movie picks for next week, so go check them out. And now it is also time for Film Definitions with Mick. That's right. As you guys know, I'm a filmmaker, and this is a book I had in college that I found again, and I am truly loving and appreciative of it. And what I've been doing on the episodes is opening it up randomly, picking out different parts of the film industry or filmmaking, and sharing the definitions with you. So join me if you will. I think this is a good one. Yeah, no, we'll talk about film gates later. Film culture. Here we go. Film culture. An American film journal begun in 1955 by Jonas Mekas and published from New York City, which is largely concerned with experimental filmmaking, especially in this country. It is a great, fantastic book to go back and look at if you get a chance. But because that was so short, I'm going to give us another one. Let's talk about film festivals. Film festival, the screening of a number of the films on successive days at a single location to award prizes in various categories and publicize new productions. In addition, non-competitive films, both old and new, may also be shown to distinguish significant achievements. 3 important film festivals in Europe are held in Cannes, Venice, and Berlin. In this country, the non-competitive New York Film Festival has achieved prominence. There are also film festivals for various kinds of films. For example, the Annecy International Film Festival in France, the Zagreb Film Festival of World Animation in Yugoslavia. That tells you how old this book is. And which alternate yearly meetings to honor significant achievements in animation. There you go. You learned 2 new definitions this week. I appreciate you guys for joining in, hanging out with us, having a good old time. I want to thank our guest, Dave, from the NerdBox. Well, it is NerdBox, but I call it NerdBox because, you know, I throw thes and curses in there from time to time. Dave, I want to say thank you so much for joining in. I'm very much looking forward to what you guys are putting out. Your shows are always fun. You are a very good editor, and you do a lot of good work with that, and I do appreciate the videos that you have up on your channel. So you guys should go check out NerdBox now. Now, Alice from the Book of Ethel, short film. Well, lots of short films, it sounds like, are coming very soon, and lots of long films, too. So go check that out. And, of course, Stream, the video game. You can go support it now, right?
The preview site should be up very soon, so you guys are the first people to actually display that video, so I wanted to bring you something that was something that nobody else has seen. So that'll be getting announced on horror websites probably very soon once the preview site goes up. So
thank you so much for that exclusive. I really appreciate it. And guys, look out. We're going to be sharing it as well too. So make sure you're supporting and go follow NerdBox so you see when they are going to announce it and it's officially coming out. I want to see all the support for you, my friend. You've always been very supportive of me here at the Scene Snobs, and I truly appreciate you. They have great shows over there. Go check out my girl Donna Jean. She'll be on this show as well coming up in the next couple of months. But I cannot wait to have you guys back if you ever want to jump back in. Paul, thank you for being here. Do you have anything you want to add before we go, Dave?
Well, I do. So I have to say for everybody, like Mick, thank you for having me on. I know we've tried to do this several times where we just haven't been able to align the schedules. But Mick, thank you for everything. Like coming to YouTube, Mick has been one of the people that's been a standout person on YouTube, showing me the ropes with certain things. So I truly appreciate you, and I'm really glad to be on the show and pay back some of the stuff that you've shown me. So thank you very much.
Listen, I appreciate you, and like, it's an honor to have you here, man. I always appreciate having you around and talking to you. I know we don't get to do it enough because you understand the life and we're always just so busy, but being able to come together like this is always a lot of fun. And I've been on your shows before, and it's just always a fun time. So thank you for that so much. Now, Paul, you got anything you want to add before we get going?
Hey, you guys, we made it through the heat wave. Yay! It's finally slowing down in North Carolina. Thank Christ. Still be kind to all, your package delivery guys, your mailman, everyone that's working outside. If you have a couple extra bucks, bring them some waters, hand out a water or two. It's hot and it's hard to stay hydrated. So, you guys be careful, like I always say, keep watching, keep listening, keep loving the magic of movies. Please give us suggestions. We always love getting suggestions. I do. Especially for movies I haven't seen, and keep letting us know what you think of what Mick and I think of the new movies coming out. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm right. And Mick's wrong.
wait, sometimes we agree. So tell us we're both wrong and right, I guess.
I got a couple of suggestions for you guys.
Okay.
So first, Faceless After Dark, starring Jenna Cannell. I don't want to talk about which movies that you would like that you'll compare to it after you see it because it'll give away the movie. But the movie is basically Jenna Cannell is Terror and Terrifier. So she is playing a meta role where she is a scream queen that has performed in a horror movie with a clown, and now she's being stalked by somebody in a clown mask. And the movie takes a rapid twist after that. Fantastic movie. Cinematography is beautiful. It was in my top 5 last year of films that came out. So I really, really love that movie. And then I will have to say the modern retelling of American Psycho that nobody ever really talks about is Tragedy Girls.
Great movie. Yeah. I really enjoyed that one myself. That one mixed with Assassination Nation, I thought was a really good pair. Great choices. Thank you for those recommendations. I appreciate bringing it to me. We got all lost in it, but I appreciate you actually having those and bringing them to me on the show, because I'm going to check these out. And I've checked out Tragic Girls, but I'll watch it again because it was so good. But and I'm going to check out both these movies, and I'll be rating them over on Letterboxd, so you can go check them out. But thank you again, Dave, so much, and I appreciate all of you for watching, listening, hanging out with us, having a good old time. We are the Scene Snobs. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video. We appreciate you, and give us a comment that tells you what you thought of it. But until next time, remember to take care of yourselves, stay snobby, stay cinematic, and be kind. Just be kind as much as you can to anybody you can. Kindness is the new punk rock, as Superman is telling us. But until next time, take care, everybody, and have a good week.